Morning everyone, Ravenna from Triple Moon Goddess 88 here. I was shuffling on your cards this morning for the collective, and I've got pretty specific messages this morning, so we'll get started. So we got the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the World, and the Two of Cups. Now, as I was shuffling these, I was getting a lot of messages. The number 7 keeps coming through. I'm not sure what that entails at that moment. You may know 7 days, 7 weeks, the 7th month. If you're watching it now, this video now, we're at the end of April, so 7 weeks would bring you to the 7th month. So maybe the 7th of the 7th might be something to keep in mind. Let me know if something does happen. Okay, we'll start with the Four of Swords. Now, you've been in a period of recovery, period of rest, coming out of something, whether that be burnout or you're healing from something. But that period is coming to an end, or you're at the end of that sort of withdrawing and healing process. Whether you're burnt out or healing from something, you're still healing. So, but during that period, with the Ace of Swords, you've done a lot of introspection and, looking within and looking at how, certain things have affected you, how you can change things about yourself, to better yourself, to live a different way, to think a different way, learning differently as well. You've learned a lot about yourself, your traumas, your triggers, your patterns, I think this has been a bit of a common theme over the past several months for a lot of people, is, learning about your traumas, your triggers, your past, your childhood, things that may have carried over from past lives that are a part of, or had been a part of, why you did the way you did things and why you were the way you were. And by going internally in that rest period to look within yourself, you're learning about different things that have shaped you and what you don't want to hold on to any longer. And I've been doing this myself as well, so it's sort of, it's quite fitting. But you've had a lot of time to look inside and make those changes, and that reflection has sort of begun the process of you becoming who you've always been and who you are meant to be. You're about to step out of that that restful period, and start implementing those new ways of being, new ways of thinking, new ways of learning, new ways of coping emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. You're stepping into yourself wiser, a lot more healed. There's always going to be things to heal from. So, but you've healed the big core stuff that's needed to be healed, and now you're ready to start walking your walk and talking your talk, basically. And as part of that healing, I feel for some of the collective, not everyone, you're trying to manifest the things that you want to bring into your life. You're you're looking at what you do want, but something to keep in mind is to not focus on the things that you don't want. So if you're trying to manifest something, for example, you know, you want love, okay, but you don't want this in a person and you don't want that in a person. You need to focus on what you do want, because the more you focus on the things that you don't want, then you're going to draw that in because you're putting it out there. So, if you want love, if you want someone who's loyal, kind, loving, emotionally mature, faithful, someone who can communicate effectively, someone who's honest, all that sort of stuff, then manifest that, but start living that yourself. Are you that person that you want your partner to be? Are you living, true to yourself? Are you loving yourself the way that you want someone to love you? By living it, by being it yourself, you're attracting that in. And that's something that I've sort of been working on myself too, is to not focus on what you don't want, and knowing that you are worthy to bring that in. And by knowing you're worthy, you're living it. You're living it every day, not just when it suits. It's a process of taking those steps and knowing that you are worthy of that, and that you can attract that, but you need to be it too. If you want that, you need to do that for yourself, to yourself, not just for others. Now we get to the Two of Cups. Got a bit off track there. The Two of Cups. There was a couple of things that came to me when I got this card. I'll get back to the World before I keep going on with this. With the World card, for some specific people, and this isn't for everyone, I see travel with a purpose. Either the universe has a purpose for you to travel, or you will be traveling and you will find something, or you have a purpose yourself for going. They might not reveal to you what that purpose actually is. They may give you little hints. You may be traveling even for a purpose, but universe has other plans. They have a different purpose for you to actually be there, as well as whatever it is you're traveling for. Or you may be traveling for a specific purpose and they'll reveal something else. Now, for others of you, with the purpose that you are going, you're either going specifically to meet someone, either on a romantic level or to collaborate with some way, and that brings us to the Two of Cups. Now, this is only for a very few specific, and this come through pretty clear that it's not for everyone. But the person you're going to meet, you are going to meet them, and I don't usually do soulmate readings, but you are going to know that they are your soulmate. They may not realise it. They may not, they've got their own stuff going on and they may not even know that, but you just know. And you are going to offer them something in a collaborative way, or it's not going to be a direct romantic offer. You're going to take your time because you know that they need the time and the space to work out whatever it is that they've got going on, but to be open to knowing who you are to them in the grand scheme of things. They will work it out. But they do need time due to their own past and their current healing journey. That they're doing, or they're just finishing up. They need the space to learn to trust you as well, and to be able to trust themselves enough to be vulnerable with you. So don't get impatient. Don't be upset with them if things aren't working as fast or the way that you want, in your head that you want it to, because the universe is working with you both. So that's where the collaboration comes in. Live in the moment and get to know them as a friend first, a colleague, or whatever it is. Live day to day and enjoy the process, because the more patient you are, the more blessings and the more abundant that connection is going to be in the long term, if you do if you do take your time. It gets frustrating when you want something and you know that the other person is going to, eventually sort of awaken to what is right in front of them. But you have to understand that they're on their own timing as well. I keep getting 7. I'm not sure what that's about, but I keep getting 7. I'm trying to get some charms. All right. So we got the mask. You don't need to wear a mask around this person, and they don't need to wear a mask around you either. That might be what's sort of holding them back a little bit, because of being able to be vulnerable with you. It probably scares them a little bit. They don't need to wear a mask around you, and they've had to wear masks their whole lives, or you've had to wear masks your whole life. And you don't need to do that with this person. You don't need to hide any aspect of yourself at all. We've got the lotus leaf. You can see that. I'm trying to find a spot. There we go, the lotus leaf. This relationship's going to bring you a lot of peace, a lot of harmony, a lot of spiritual development, I'm saying. You're both very spiritual, and you both bring something unique and new to each other, and you both help that development and growth. You're both eager to learn from each other, and there's, even though you might not agree on every single thing, you both realize that uniqueness is what they love about you and you about them. I see you both traveling. It's something to do with both your spirituality. You're both going to be doing something together collaboratively, in a healing way, in a spiritual way. We've got the owl. We've got the owl. You're both wise. You've both learned a lot. You've both are going to use what you've uniquely learned through your own lives and your own journeys to have a very healthy relationship and come at it emotionally wiser, mentally wiser, spiritually wiser. You've got to be able to communicate with this person in a way that you've never been able to communicate with any other previous partners. It's very, what do they call it, emotionally developed, emotionally intelligent, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. I just got with the lotus and I have the little amethyst crystal here as well. This relationship is going to heal the parts that of you both that you didn't think it would ever be healed, I'm hearing. And the parts that just need that nurturing, loving soul. Yeah, I'm hearing divine counterpart. I'm hearing soulmates. Yes, we have many different soulmates. This is actually a committed love, true love soulmate from a past life. You've known each other before in many, many lives. And, okay, and you vowed to find each other in every life. So, wow. And then we've got the ring. I don't know if you can see that. We've got the ring. So this is definitely a love, definitely a commitment, whether you marry this person or not, whether you may have always said that you would never marry again, if you've been married before, or if you haven't and you said, no, I would never marry anyone. I see lifelong commitment, whether that be marriage or whatever the commitment means for you. It's lifelong. It's like, many lifetimes, many lifetimes. Maybe that's what the 7 comes in, the 7 days, 7 weeks, or 7 months. This is, you are going to see them, meet them, contact them, however it is, that it's going to happen. Wow, that didn't expect it all to take that turn, but as I said, this is only for a select few. This isn't for everyone. So yeah, I'm I'm happy for you, whatever it is, whatever the journey holds for whoever this is. Good luck. Not that you need it. Take care. I'll see you next time.